But just before we go, our panel are going to pick their personal favourite moments from Championship 2014. So, Donlow, your choice first.
Yeah, Des, mine was Wexford against Waterford in Nolan Park. I think it was George spoke about it earlier on. I was there a couple of hours before the game, and there seemed to be thousands of people there from Wexford. It was a lovely, balmy night, but it almost would bring it home to what the true meaning of hurling, the passion, and it was, you know, two hurling communities coming together, and you would players on the field stretching every sinew and fibre in their bodies looking for victory. And there was one image at the end, and I was obviously there as a neutral, and I was sitting in the press box even though I wasn't working, and at the end of the game I saw all the Waterford players dropping to their knees, and the excitement in the stadium with all the Wexford people, and then thousands of Wexford people streaming onto the ground. It actually gave me a lump in my throat.
Still there. All right. Now, next up, Michael Kavanagh. You picked kind of a 60-second spell in a game.
Yeah, well, as Michael alluded to, I think it was a special evening in Tullamore, that evening in Kilkenny and Galway. 15,000 packed into Tullamore, and Kilkenny had let a lead slip, but King Henry was slipped off the bench, and we thought he was after getting the winner, a cracking point in the left corner of the field, but up steps Joe Canning, and a fantastic score. Just when Kilkenny thought they had him kind of shoved out and Kilkenny thought they were over the line, Joe Canning stepped up with a fantastic piece of skill. Just when they thought he couldn't, Paul Murphy had him shoved out and just thought he couldn't get it over. He managed to get it over the bar and got Galway the replay, but it was just a fantastic evening and a great finish to an epic encounter in Tullamore.
It was brilliant. Just so you said King Henry. Do you all call him King Henry?
After yesterday we will anyway.
He's there in the right.
He deserves that title, I think.
Liam Sheedy, your personal moment of the year.
Yeah, well, I got huge enjoyment out of the drawn All-Ireland final. It was the best All-Ireland final I've ever watched. You know, we were treated to 54 scores. It was end-to-end stuff. I think, you know, but just seeing two really well-prepared counties going toe-to-toe and at it. And like John Powers, or Richie Powers' goal, where he brought the ball down to himself, and like the battle between himself and Paddy Stapleton all through that game was outstanding. And I suppose these are the margins in terms of being a winner and getting the Celtic cross back into your pocket. I mean, the width of the post there with Larry Short, I mean, it probably would have been one of the best goals. I mean, and the drama that we were treated to at the finish. I mean, actually, you'll watch here when the ball has gone over, like the reaction of the Tipperary crowd behind the goals nearly had us all convinced that the ball had gone over the bar, and all of a sudden Hawkeye was called in, and like the whole stadium just waiting to know was that line going to go red, or was it going to, or what colour was it going to go, and it was just outside the post. And again, they got to go toe-to-toe again yesterday evening, you know, so I thought the All-Ireland final of 2014, the draw match, was just a fantastic occasion.
Michael Duggan, you've gone for one little moment, which kind of, it's great to be reminded of it again.
Well, I think it sums up why Kilkenny have won 7 All-Irelands in the last 9 years. You know, they don't do it without having sheer commitment and hard work. And again, yesterday, really, when it came to the push came to shove, it was the work rate of their team. But watch here, little flick coming in here. Colin Fennelly had travelled the whole length of the field against Limerick in a very, very tight game. Just watch here, the ball breaks over here. Graham Mulcahy's in, thinks he has a goal, and there's Colin Fennelly after coming back from full forward line, half forward line, wherever. And, you know, yesterday he popped up with 3 points from play, but maybe that was his most important intervention of the whole year, and I thought it just sums up Kilkenny.
Tomas, for you, one of the big talking points of the championship season.
Yeah, because I didn't get my way with the Team of the Year selection.
You've made your point there.
I'd go for another one, right? Maybe, and it's not just about Anthony Nash, but it was a huge talking point as during the year, you know, about the penalty taking and what's going to happen, and kind of was unprecedented, I suppose, like that something would change in mid-season by the GAA, that they would change the ruling of it, or where you could take a penalty. And I'm sure what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, I mean, it was testament yesterday when you saw Tipperary missing two penalties in the first game, that they go yesterday and they get one with 2 points down, and they elect to put it over the bar, you know. So I mean, a lot of talking point about that. It was a huge moment in the season, and it's over to this man on my right now to sort that mess out over the next couple of months, and hopefully something positive will happen, because the game needs penalties to be scored. You can't have a situation where a guy gets a penalty and he's going to tap it over the bar. It's a reward for a foul, and there must be every opportunity for somebody to score a goal.
Right. Ger Loughnane, your moment?
Well, I suppose the game of the year, you know, the All-Ireland final, and I suppose if there's any part of that game that epitomises the standard to which the game is gone, you know, just look at this sequence of play, the physicality in it, the quality of the tackling, you know, the work rate, the effort, but above all, the skill You know, skill is something you can perform under real pressure. That point by Noel McGrath, I mean, I remember in Croke Park, the crowd lifted after that point. You know, it was a hair-raising moment. And I think every manager should show that to his team, gather them in and show that to his team and tell them, that's the standard you've taken for next year. So put your petty jealousies and your differences aside and start preparing. Because if you want to compete next year, that is the level you will have to come to. Just brilliant stuff.
It's a heck of a level. He mentioned skill there, and you chose a little moment of skill, Cyril.
In a terrible, people didn't realise, looking at television, didn't realise how bad the weather was. Just wind was kind of strong, the rain was pouring heavy in Croke Park, and this fella gets Shane down and gets a one-handed flick. It's against Kilkenny again, and just he gets a point out of nothing. Again, you just give him no chance. One-handed flick. Now he's being blocked at the time, swings and just clips it over the bar. He had a great season all year, and again, he's just capable of getting these types of scores, and that's kind of what makes hurling kind of just different, really. The rain is belting down, and yet it's a fantastic score on a terrible evening.
Great, OK. Well, look, they're very enjoyable moments, lads. Thank you very much for bringing them to us. And thanks for all you've done with us during the season. It's been a very enjoyable year for us. And if I may say, thanks to all the Sunday Game team here as well, who've been really busy behind the scenes. And I thank them, and Michael does as well, for all their work. So congratulations to Kilkenny. That's about it for tonight and the season. Thanks for joining us. And as I say, thanks to all of the lads. We'll see you again next year, and we look forward to it. Well done to the hurlers of Kilkenny and Tip for the huge part they played in giving us that wonderful spectacle at Croke Park. But the spoils belong to Kilkenny. We congratulate them. From all of us here on another great year, we say good night. Bye-bye.
Of your smile, smile for me, little one, and this will be our year. Took a long time to come. You don't have to worry, all your worry days are gone. And this will be our year. Took a long time to come. And I won't forget the way you helped me up when I was down. And I won't forget the way you said, darling, I love you. You gave me faith to go on. Now we're there, and we've only just begun. This will be our year. Took a long time to come. And this will be our year. Took a long time to